Super free market advocate Chris Christie is blocking Tesla sales in New Jersey. Like a lot of Republicans, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie likes to talk about how the government should get out of the way of businesses, get out of the way of the free market. And in a speech last week, he actually railed against President Obama because of his economic interventions, saying we don't have an income inequality problem. We have an opportunity problem in this country because the government's trying to control the free market, arguing that he and his fellow Republicans need to reduce the amount of government intervention. Then Chris Christie comes back to New Jersey and signs off on government regulations that block Tesla from selling cars in the state. The rule change prohibits automakers like Tesla from selling directly to consumers, as Tesla does. Instead, it requires them to go through these franchised third-party dealerships like their traditional car companies. Honda has franchised dealerships that are independently owned where their cars are sold. In other words, it requires the middleman to get a cut, regardless of whether that's an arrangement that the free market would dictate as the most convenient and best for consumers. The Christie administration made this move unilaterally through the New Jersey Motor Vehicle Commission, and it was, of course, urged on by lobbyists. Car dealers have a lot of political and financial sway in New Jersey. The New Jersey Coalition of Auto Retailers spent over $150,000 on lobbying last year. Chris Christie received about $65,000 in contributions from people associated with the auto industry. For anybody who says, if you're still in that blind group of people who thinks political contributions don't affect legislation, just take a look at this. And there are a few other states trying to push the same legislation. Tesla isn't thrilled. They're saying, of course, that this is an attempt to keep this special interest group monopoly, the car dealer franchise owners, in power in New Jersey, and I tend to agree. So here's the deal. First of all, these tend to get defeated in states when they're passed, so hopefully that will happen. Tesla could actually get around this by creating an independent company called United Tesla Dealers of America and franchising out to them, right? So there is actually a solution where they could get around this. But of course, you're creating yet another layer of bureaucracy. It would only hurt consumers by increasing prices.
It would, and it would hurt the company. I hope that the people of New Jersey, if this sticks, can just find some type of loophole where they can end up with these cars just having bought them through a different state or something of that nature. And I'm sure they will.
The entire concept of dealerships I find to be completely superfluous and unnecessary. I've leased many cars. I've purchased different cars. I've never had an experience where the presence of the dealership establishment made the process better, more enjoyable, or in any way more efficient. It's always been an impediment to me just getting the car that I want.
Yeah, it's always a total pain and an unpleasant experience. There's no question about that.
Let's take a break. Next, we will talk about a measles outbreak in New York City and in a few other areas of the world. And who is to blame? Well, it seems, according at least to one pediatrician, that anti-vaccine parents are to blame. That's next. Like that video? Please subscribe. Click the button below. Didn't like that video? Please subscribe. Click the button below.